Welcome to the Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose with Brittany Bigley. The Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose is part of the Live Bigley community, giving you the resources and knowledge to help you live the life you were born to lead. Hello, I am Brittany Bigley, and I am coming to you with the Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose. And today I wanted to jump on and talk to you because I heard a song that just gave me such inspiration of basically something that has recently happened to me that I'm currently, have processed within the last week. I listened to an Ash Blackwood song called Not Gon' Do. And it was all about all the things that we're not going to do. And some of these things I really loved because it resonated with me. Like I said, in this past week, I've been operating from a more aligned, authentic self. And it's been really great. But what I'm not going to do is I put a lot of boundaries down. I put some boundaries down and I said no to things that I probably wouldn't have in the past. And it felt really great to do that. So just want to go through some of the things that Ash Blackwood says in this song. And I apologize if it's non-binary. So we'll just say Ash Blackwood. They go through this song and they say, we're not going to chase the things that is not for you. We're not going to chase things that are not for you. We're not going to hold on when things are through. So we're not going to hold on and grasp when things are coming to an end. We're not going to break your back when you need to do what is best for you. That really I resonated with that one hard this week. And we're not going to run yourself into the ground. And then they end it with you fool. So yeah, we're not going to chase things that are not for us. We are not going to hold on to things when they are coming to an end. I'm not going to break my back when I need to do what's best for me. And I'm not going to run myself into the ground. And again, this is something that resonates with me so much so because this last week, there were about 4 things that I had to say no to because it was just eating at me internally because I didn't quite fully commit or felt obligated to commit. 2 of these things were actually being asked out on dates, and it didn't feel good inside. And initially, to just placate, I said okay, or I gave my number away. And when I finally had this come to Brittany moment of operating in my authentic self, again, not from past people-pleasing conditioning, not from social conditioning, not from social norms, not from any kind of conditioning and my stuck, none of that. I am operating fully in my authentic self, free from my stuck, just authentically Brittany. When I really sat down with myself, it was do I want to do these things? And no, I gotta know. And some of the signs were there. So for example, one of the things that I wanted to say no to, I found myself delaying. There were some things that I had to do in order to make this happen. There were some steps I had to complete, and I just found myself delaying and procrastinating, and people had to keep continuing to reach out to me, be like, hey, are you going to complete these things? I was like, yeah, I'll do it. But internally, I think that was a red flag for me of, hey, actually, maybe this does not authentically align with what I want to be doing right now. And what I found actually is one of these things that I'm talking about, this thing in particular, is I found that I resonated. It was a part of me that I resonated with back maybe a couple of years ago. So the Brittany that I was before I moved to Colorado Springs, before I moved to Oregon, the Brittany from Philadelphia, I'm originally from the Philadelphia area, the Brittany from Philadelphia, that resonated with me. And so there was a part of me that still thought that was what I should be doing and spending my time volunteering for. And then when I really sat down with it, it's no, that doesn't resonate with me any longer. This Brittany that is here now in 2025, that's not what resonates with my authentic self. So again, there are some signs for you to tap into. Like, are you procrastinating? Another sign for me, and this was one of the people that I gave my number to when I was asked out on a date, or, just asked to continue talking, which I felt they wanted to pursue a relationship, is that just my body, like, thinking about it just got really, really weird. And like, ugh, like that was the reaction that my body wanted to have, was a no, thank you. But because of my past people pleaser self, when I was asked in the moment, I said, sure. Didn't want to make things uncomfortable, especially in the moment. But again, when I really reflected and sat down with it and asked myself, is this how I want to be spending my time and energy, living out of alignment with my authentic self? When I know that this is not a fuck yes, then it's a hell no. And so really, I've been very discerning in how I spend my time and energy and the choices that I make. And it's like, is this in alignment with my authentic self? Is this in alignment with my authentic self? Is this in alignment with my authentic self? And there are times when some of these things that I'm talking about, I brought to my therapist and was like, I'm not sure. And she was like, there very may well be parts of you that resonate with this. Like I said, like a part of me back in the past resonated with it, but my future self doesn't resonate with it anymore. And so it's being very discerning and very, very deliberately listening to the cues, and they are very subtle. And this is one of the benefits of when you get to the other side of freeing your stuck, is you start to tune into more subtle signs that your body and your mind give you on whether it's a yes or a no. And just by saying no and finally being like, I'm really sorry, I can't do this. I thought I could, but I can't. Or I'm really sorry, and like putting a boundary down of like, I'm sorry, I'm not looking to date right now, or I'm sorry, like I'm just not interested. There was so much freedom in it. So much freedom in it, because I didn't feel obligated. I didn't should on myself. I should be doing this. I should do that. And that would be a nice thing to do. Or like, there were some coworkers that were like, really wanting me to go on this date with this person, but it didn't resonate. Again, I was getting this like, no, getting uncomfortable. So just little cues to cue into. Anyways, I just thought that was such a great song. Black Ashwood, thank you so much for making this song. Not going to do. We're not going to chase the things that are not for you. You're not going to hold on to when things are through. We're not going to break your back when you need to do what's best for you, and you're not going to run yourself to the ground. So here's to you living in your most authentic self and saying no and holding strong boundaries and being discerning for what is you and what resonates with you. As always, if this resonates, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you feel like this is medicine for someone else, please go ahead and hit that share button. If you want more content coming to you like this consistently, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, happy healing, happy holding those boundaries. Does it align with my most authentic self? And if it's not a hell yes, then it's a fuck no. See ya. Thanks for listening to the Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose with Brittany Bigley. The Unstuck Yourself Daily Dose is part of the Bigley community, giving you the tools and resources so that you can live the life you were born to lead.